Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing and demonstrating the Humminbird Ice 35. It's Hummingbird's base model, and the first thing I wanted to talk about was the cost of the Humminbird Ice 35. Um, I bought mine for about $270 plus tax, so it ended up being about um, 2 290 something like that. But compared to any of the other base models, I just think it has so many different features that you can use when you're out on the ice. Um, Another thing I like about it is the reliability. Uh, I haven't had any problems with it since I've been using it, and this is my first flasher that I bought, and the battery life on it, I've had no problems with it dying out on the ice. I've only had to charge it once, and I've been using it quite a bit. If I use it all day. And I just want to show you guys some of the features on it. And some of them I use the most are gain and beam. Gain, what you do is you press gain and you just turn this up or down, and you can see this mark right here. It'll make it bigger if you turn it to the right, and if you turn it to the left, it makes it smaller. And what this little demonstration is showing you right here is um, when this mark drops down, that demonstrates your lure that you're using, and then this thing coming up is the fish, and this red mark is the hard bottom, and the rest of this stuff would represent weeds or rocks or just stuff like that. And another thing I use a lot is the beam, and the Humminbird has what it's called is a dual beam transducer. And what you do is, if it's skinny like that, I don't know if you can see that, but if it's skinny, it means that you're at a 9-degree angle, so it's zooming in more on the bottom. And you'd use that if you were in really deep water and you just wanted to see the fish that were on the bottom of the lake. And what I use the most is the 19 degree, and it shows more what's around your hole, and it's more for shallow water, and I fish in a lot of shallow water. So and then there's some other features. Zoom, what you do is you press the button and you can zoom in on the bottom, and as you can see, your lure is coming down. And here, just a second. Okay, what it does is it zooms in more on a water column that you want to focus on, and most of the time it's going to be the bottom, but as you drop it down it'll be smaller, and once your lure gets um, into that zoom column, it'll make everything bigger. And if you're fishing for smaller fish like perch or something, it'll make the fish bigger so you can tell them apart from your lure, and it just makes it easier to see down there. And another thing is noise, and I've never had to use this. Um, it's just for if you're fishing next to somebody and your flashers are kind of interfering with each other, and it's messing up what you're seeing down there. And I fished next to a Vexlar, um, their base model, FL8 maybe, something like that. And I had no problems with it. You could still tell what was on the bottom, and you could tell the fish apart from your lure. And um, overall, I've had no problems with this flasher, and it's just been helping me catch a lot more fish. I used to fish without it, and I'd still catch fish, but it just helps you. It helps you to see what the fish want more. coming up to your lure and not biting, and they're just looking at it. And it's just a great flasher for the price and has so many features. It's got a nice big screen, so if you want to stand up, you don't have to like sit in a certain spot. You can tip this up and down and adjust it to how you want it. It's got a nice long cord, so if you're at a hole, you can just take this and put it in your other hole if you have a live bait rig in one hole and a lure in the other. The float on it works pretty good. You just have to adjust these little clips on here to the depth of your ice. Charging it, they give you a charger with some alligator clips on the end, and to charge it, you just hook your clips up, and then you just take your cord and plug it in. So pretty easy. One of the only bad things about it is it doesn't have a bag to put it in, but that's not a big problem. You can just go buy a cheap bag from Walmart or something like that, or wherever you shop, and that's about the only problem I have with it. And it's a great flasher. It's been helping me catch so many fish, and if you're thinking about buying one, I have no problems with it, so I would suggest going ahead and buying it.